I'm gonna be crazy. I'm about to make a park for you, man. Yo, so let me get it.
Oh shit. And then you come home from school, you come home from school, you open the door and you find them in bed with another 12-year-old. You go, oh shit, you naughty boy, or naughty girl. But there you realise they are physically
Exceptions.
You realise they are.
Exceptions.
Content over everything.
Exactly, that's what in this country.
And don't touch me. And they're not. That's a man and a child. A man and a child. A man. Are you listening to me? I'm talking about a man and a child. You're not talking about two 12-year-olds.
About the pelvic floor. You are fully aware
goes
that
by
women
his
who are
what
of
he
age
did.
and above the age of consent, there are many whose pelvic floor cannot handle the delivery of a normal child. Right, there's a lot.
But they're old enough to, if they're like 19-year-olds who have, small developed bodies, they can be made aware of the risks and the consequences.
So why can't a 9-year-old be made aware?
Because their brain, they're a child. How can they understand risks
that
to their own life?
You put the shit right up there, doesn't matter how you put it.
The argument here is that we're not here defending. I'll make this very clear. I'm not here saying go marry a 10-year-old or stuff like that. No way. What I'm saying is giving it context. Let me tell you.
Muslims love
because
context, by the way.
at the Prophet's time, peace be upon
Islam
him,
finds it very
a 9-year-old at that time, 1400 years ago, is a girl who's 16, 17, 15, whatever age today. That's my argument.
What's the evidence for that?
Yeah, where's the evidence for that one?
Because she has to be mentally. Why did the Prophet wait 3 years for Aisha to get ready?
How do you know
mentally,
he did?
sexually, and
How do
physically?
you know he really waited?
Why did he wait? Yes, he did. There's the ratio.
It doesn't matter.
You about those risks.
You only have to go to
9 years
Africa.
old, that's a baby.
Did Muhammad know about those risks and 9-year-olds
My
getting
friend,
pregnant?
your great-grandparents were
It's
probably
disgusting.
pedophiles to your
Any way you put
argument.
it, guys.
You were born to a pedophile.
It's disgusting. That's what you all are. You agree with pedophilia.
Like we probably,
agree with it.
Yeah, we both have murderers in our lines of
No, you agree with it.
ancestors.
No.
We both have murderers. We both have
The
rapists.
fact that you're here shows that
agrees with
back
it.
in those days,
They agree with it.
women did get pregnant and it did happen.
my God,
Today,
Yeah, but
know that.
it was a risk to their health, though.
How do you know they
there's
did
a
it,
lot of
guys?
things that are risky.
How
The
do you
point
know?
is,
So
are
we
they
should stop
capable
that
of
when
bearing a
it's, we
child?
should do better than that.
Are they capable of bearing a child?
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't do babies or babies. Well, some of them.
Ali, sorry.
babies, yeah.
Before
I'm saying, are they? You said that one of the girls were 10 years
I
old.
can't believe we're talking
Yeah,
about
It
9,
shows.
10.
I'm saying
It's
Islamically,
disgusting. Any way
we
you
go
put it.
with the law of the land.
Rationalising
I don't have a
having
problem
sex with
16
a
years
child.
old.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
point is
disgusting.
this. What I'm saying is, what the Prophet did is applicable today, not the age 9.
And it's
the
just
way he went
applicable
about
today.
it. And that means it's a safer precaution than the 16-year-old.
Oh my God.
How would you guess the minimum age of consent if you created
Good,
ideals?
good. So
Like,
now,
if you're creating your ideal Sharia country in the future, how are you going to establish a minimum age of consent without
Good,
it being considered
good.
an innovation and straying from the
let
Sahaba?
me tell you, you sound like a Salafi there.
Are you a
Now,
Salafi, by the way?
I follow the Quran, the Sunnah, and the way the Salafi.
Can I ask whether you are a Salafi?
I don't like to call myself. I follow the Quran, the Sunnah, and the way the Salaf. Yeah?
Do you take
I don't want to say
teaching
Salafi
from,
because I have a lot of flaws and I don't want to tarnish the name.
Okay, but do you take teaching from that guy, what's his name?
Bin Laden.
Haddad.
Kutub.
The guy you did a couple of videos with.
Chowdhury.
Yeah, do you take teaching from him?
Zawahiri.
On the minimum age of consent, would you accept
Now,
his
when it comes to the minimum age of consent, I believe giving it an age, giving it a number is problematic. You know why? Because you can say 16. I think France is dropping it down. France is dropping it to 14.
He's making it up now. He's making it up.
That means
That's because of Islam.
in France, those who get married have sex with a 14-year-old is a paedophile in our country.
They're committing a crime.
What the-
They're not a paedophile. Let's be technical. They're committing a crime.
No, according to
Yeah, not in Netherlands. In the UK, they're creating a crime.
So now, Islamically, if we had a Sharia,
Oh no, this guy thinks this guy wants to sit in Alabama, go
because if I
and
say
get married.
15 to
Come
everybody,
on.
there might be a girl who's 16 already. So
Yeah,
well, people
everybody got
But
the
that's the
12
same
years
with our
old.
legal system, though. If a 16-year-old like is considered like mentally retarded, then like you're not allowed to have sex. You're not allowed to have sex.
retarded.
Okay.
I believe that. It's saying a 12-year-old.
Okay,
who
but
gets
if
married in
they're
Alabama.
16 years old
Anybody
and
hear
they
that
haven't
one?
started their menstrual cycle yet, don't you think they should still be allowed to decide what they want to do with their body shouldn't have sex.
To be honest,
there's not
her well-being
is paedophilia, is it?
So therefore, it's not a one age for all. It's each individual.
Do you think that leads to harm as well, though? Because let me kind of give you an example. Like, if you have a minimum age of consent, let's say 16, then kind of on the one hand, you're going to prevent a lot of families, a lot of kind of relations which would be harmful to kind of 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, where they're encouraged to enter kind of sexual acts or relationships that they aren't ready for. So you're preventing all this harm of child abuse, and the only harm that would result is that kind of some 14 or 15-year-olds who do feel ready kind of will be forced to wait a couple of years. So which is the greater harm? Surely it's better to prevent the harm of child abuse by having a minimum age of consent than.
No, but this is what Islam does.
But it's not applicable to have someone check every single child and decide, your individual age of consent should be like 13.8 and your individual age should be 13.4. That's not applicable. You don't have infinite manpower.
What you're doing, one shoe for everybody.
Yeah, that's the most effective way. It's efficient. A legal system has to be efficient. It can't just like be pie in the sky idealistic. It needs to be practical.
Can you just throw a number at everything without assessing the situation? Whether or not she's mentally ready, whether or not she's physically ready.
You do need to
What
do
I
that
think
as well.
Andy has tried to demonstrate is that waiting, that 3 years of waiting, was that assessing and that initiative of looking into whether or not she's ready or not. Whether you agree with it or not that it was 9 years old, it's that consideration, and ultimately that is what's the most important thing.
Do you think families in Yemen who marry off their children at 9, 10, 11-year-olds yeah, but like, how are you going to prevent that under an Islamic system?
You don't follow Islam.
How are you going to do that under an Islamic? How are you going to prevent that? What kind of regulations?
Sharia law is me standing there. It's a whole system.
Okay, it won't have it won't have a minimum age of consent. So how are you going to stop just a family like marrying off their their niece to one of their other?
You have to look. You need to understand. She can go and complain to the judge.
And how is she going to do that when she's 9 years old?
She can do it for other family members. Do you think her mum is that evil?
There are evil families. Child abuse happens everywhere. And it might not be their mother might not be their wali. Their guardian might just be an uncle who doesn't care about them.
Jamie, does crime happen?
But is it the most effective system? Can we do better than that?
No way. Sharia is the best system.
But that's dogmatic though.
You haven't lived it, so you can't see anything against it.
Well, I can like look at what the structures in place according to the fiqh books, according to the historiography. Who do you think has more? Which system do you think has more child protection in place? Okay, kind of modern day Sweden or like 8th century Iraq.
If Iraq is not following Islam, then
well, the Abbasid Caliphate. Which do you think has more, child protection in place? Kind of modern day Sweden or the Abbasid Caliphate?
I would say Abbasid Caliphate.
Really? Oh, come on, man.
Why not? Why not?
Surely it's.
Why not? Tell me why not.
Well, because for one thing, if you surely, how are you going to prevent in the Abbasid Caliphate a family just marrying off a niece that they don't care about for money and when she's not ready?
How do you do it here?
Because you can't, if you try and go to a marriage registry office with a 12-year-old, you'll be like, that will flag up intensive child protective service.
And Islam doesn't have this. There's the evidence. Islam doesn't have a place where you get married. The Imam doesn't come and ask for the will for the child.
Do you need to go into a marriage welfare office?
You need an Imam.
You need an
Imam.
Can you trust all imams?
Can you trust all the people here?
You don't need to. Because there's an established system in place. The registry office is part of the infrastructure.
When it comes to Islam,
it's about the social infrastructure.
And Islam has no infrastructure.
It's not prescribed. You might kind of. Wouldn't that be considered bidder to say, oh, we need to have this child protection services? Because it wasn't in place kind of.
You don't even know what bidder is.
It's innovation, right?
Innovation.
So it's doing differently.
What kind of innovation?
Innovation is in doing differently, taking your Islam from other than the Salaf.
Not the Salaf. The Quran is showing the way the Salaf.
Okay, but the Quran's on the way the Salaf.
So if the Prophet waited 3 years, what do we derive out of that?
Well, that's open to interpretation. You might say
you're biased. You're biased. The Prophet waited 3 years. What do you get out of that? Oh, come on, man. The Abbasid Caliph. Oh no, they have no infrastructure. Sweden has an infrastructure.
When it comes to child protection, yes, I'd say that's a fair statement.
Child protection.
Yeah, child protective services.
You know how many children are getting abused?
Yeah.
Around the West.
Yeah, yeah,
What
they are.
are you talking about?
Yeah, and
How old was he when he
Cheers,
had
Ali.
sex with a 9-year-old?
He's not going to shake my hand.
So
Ali,
if
come on, it's been great talking to
you
you.
knew of a 50-something-year-old
Shake my
man,
hand,
and he was
How are you
with
shaking
a
my
6-year-old who was playing with toys, and
How
he
are
was
they
waiting
talking to
for
each other? It's
her
like
to be
a-
9 or to be old
It's the
enough.
choir talking to the choir.
Married.
Now today.
So look, Ali
No,
won't
no,
shake
no,
my
You would
hand.
think that was weird.
See, that's not what's
You would think that was
That's
like anyone, Muslim or anyone. You would
What's
think
your
that was
name?
weird. Dave.
Dave.
Oh,
Dave.
Dave. Oh, yeah, he met him
Today,
before. He's a
today,
follower.
homosexuality is normal, yeah? A man, I'm sorry to
Homosexuality was normal in those days as well. But yeah, go on.
they find
It's totally normal in those days as
If a
well.
man, today, in today's society, a man can penetrate another
Oh my
man.
God. Okay, I've had
Yeah.
enough.
They did in those days as well.
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out,
Yeah.
hear me out, hear me out.
That's all they do is talk about sex in this bloody argument. Seriously, sex.
You brought it up.
One track mind. I didn't
You
bring
brought
it
it
up.
up.
Something you're not getting at the moment.
Listen.
Come on.
Now he's talking
Anyway,
about
Go on, sorry, mate.
homosexuality,
Yes,
sweetie.
yes.
There is a
I'm
man,
genuinely
subject.
in today's time, there's a man who marries a piano.
Yeah.
If we took this man 1400 years ago, they'll say you guys are out of your minds.
He's out
I have
fine
someone,
now.
my granddad's
People say
living
that's
with
fine now.
Now.
Take you on a date.
So, my argument is this.
Yeah.
What's the norms of today
Yeah.
is the abnormals of that time.
No, but it's abnormal then as well. Come on.
What?
If a man wanted to marry a piano in those days, people would go, "You're out of your mind." People, if someone wants to marry a piano these days, people would say, "No, it's the
The
same."
only thing is, I think you'd have to prove.
It's the same.
You would have to prove that they
started
knew
off
better.
originally with
Do you understand what I'm
whether
trying to say? You
Islam,
have to prove that they knew
like,
better back then to know that it was wrong.
Muhammad married Aisha when she was
Yeah,
9,
No,
so
I'm
are you
saying
allowed
that.
to
I'm
marry
saying that,
9
like, if you saw a man,
You have to
if
prove
you
that
saw
you're
any
saying,
man,
because he
like,
waited 3
you
years
got
and
a
said he's
16-year-old
waited till they're
Dave,
ready.
playing with toys,
And then I said,
waiting
well,
for it
you
to
know,
get old enough to
what,
have
like,
sex
you
with
can
her,
still
you go,
quite harm,
"Mate,
still harm the child.
come over
like,
here a second."
Dave,
there
this
are
is a
problems
new
with this,
phenomenon.
like,
50 years
and
ago.
those sorts of
Well,
This is something new.
NHS
The
website
fact
says it
What's the new
takes 4
phenomenon?
years for the average
marrying
child to
young
go through
girls,
Yeah.
Before they're actually
is a
ready
new
to-
phenomenon.
Yeah,
He was-
yeah, and
you
it's
said
it's weird how they
Mohammed did
think
it.
that
You said.
like as soon as a girl like starts
The fact that
menstruating
it's
that they're ready.
abnormal is
Yeah,
a new
that's what
phenomenon.
they think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, they've married 12-year-olds.
Years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
you would have to say this United
Yeah,
Kingdom
yeah.
is a pedophilia country.
It was. It used to be.
Yeah,
It used to be.
And I do
It used to
understand.
be.
I do understand the difference between the age of consent
Where
and the
did
age of
this
being
reality
healthy.
come
I do
from?
understand.
But the United Kingdom never claimed to
Nobody's
be
talking to you,
of a
bro.
prophethood, did
Nobody's
they?
talking to you, bro.
They never claimed to be.
They can be what?
They never claimed to be. They never claimed to be perfect system for mankind, did they?
Can you talk to me?
The United Kingdom never claimed to be the
Yeah,
perfect
yeah, yeah.
system for
No, no, no,
mankind.
yeah, yeah.
But your prophet's the
You can't
perfect
say
man for
that.
mankind.
You can't say
So-
that. Because did the British Empire not go around setting around their colonial rules?
Yes, they claimed it.
So there you go.
What does that mean? They didn't claim to be perfect though.
Homophobia. Why is it in Jamaica? Why is it homophobia in Jamaica?
Because people understand that they don't like
Because the
girls.
Queen's law, I'm just kidding. The Queen's law
Don't run,
set
don't run.
pace. The Queen's law set pace to say that homosexuality was a no-go.
Okay,
and that's
cool.
been the law ever since.
Okay.
We can go to India as well. So when you say that this country has never gone around asserting its prophethood, that's a lie.
No, I said the country's never said it was perfect.
saying-
It's not.
yeah, yeah,
They're not
like-
saying,
like
oh,
you're
we're
saying
perfect. We're the perfect for the rest of
How long
mankind.
is slave?
The UK
You're
has never
saying
said it's
you're
perfect.
saying the Quran is
For mankind.
Are you being serious?
Go on.
What I'm trying to say is this, okay?
If you say so.
It's a new phenomenon. None of the Orientalists that hated
It's
Islam
been the
ever used this
majority
argument.
of what?
Yeah, because they
yes,
all-
Because they're probably all pedophiles.
Because they didn't believe that
But they're probably all doing it, right?
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what did I say before?
In medieval times, they were marrying 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
What-
exactly.
No, what did I say to you before? Yeah, I said.
But today you know it's
somebody-
wrong, though.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Today you know it's wrong.
But why do we know?
No, one second.
Today do you know it's wrong?
Well, but what you're saying though.
Today you know it's wrong.
Yeah, but I understand what
When
you're saying.
someone-
though.
Today do you know it's wrong?
He's saying the difference between the age of consent and the age
They
of
are. You can go to Yemen. They're still doing it to 9-year-olds.
Is that Islamophobe?
Islamophobe. What is that? I don't even know what that even means, bro. I don't even know what that even means.
Don't know what it means. Just,
I don't know what it means.
I've seen both of your videos. I think that both of them are brilliant.
Islamophobe.
Yeah, this guy.
What name should I give
I
you?
have.
Black supremacist.
What name should I give
They're
you?
all really interesting.
I'm Islamophobe. What's your name?
He believes he's better than you because of your color.
No, I
Who
do
told you that?
understand what you're saying.
Show me
It's
the
not-
evidence. I should like to say, show me the
What
evidence.
you're saying is not.
Show
an
me the
age
evidence.
of
No evidence
consent.
for you.
No
You're
evidence.
saying
No evidence for you.
healthy or not.
So there is no evidence.
So it's easier. It's actually easier to prove if someone was if there was no age of consent and someone was not physically
Mentally,
or mentally,
sexually.
then and you could prove that, couldn't you? And then that person you would prosecute them at any age, and coercion. You could prosecute
course.
them at any
So
age.
why not-
Do you understand?
what I'm trying to say is
Difference
this,
between age of consent and difference and
Dave.
age of consent and the health.
Dave.
and active, physically healthy.
Dave, everybody's here. Islamophobes are trying to stand for Aisha. They're like, we're here for Aisha. We're going to defend her. And when we go to
she's our mother.
When we go to Aisha, when we go to Aisha Anha, not a single narration that says, you know what, I didn't want the Prophet and he raped me. And all of these clowns,
all of the hadiths come from her. Most of the hadiths come from her.
She was already gone, bro.
The biggest.
Why people think these days?
Dave, do you know who's one of the biggest scholars in Islam? Aisha Anha. She runs the
I hear you. I heard.
We take a narration from her.
The Shias don't believe that Aisha was 9.
Clowns like this guy.
The Shias don't believe that. The Shias don't believe that.
She has hater.
Shias don't believe that.
So Dave, what I'm trying to say is,
So I think this is a Sunni narrative.
and another argument, a lot of people hated the Prophet. They called him a magician, they called him all sorts. Not one person came and said, why are you marrying a 9-year-old?
What does that prove though?
That proves we should shut up.
Yeah, during their time, no one raised an issue.
You don't have an argument.
There you go.
Because
our sources,
even though
Aisha Anha said nothing. Not a single complaint.
You know today that it's not okay to have sex.
And you
with
know
a
what?
Prophet.
Who's talking? These Islamophobes.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Because you thought about it, you analysed it.
Do you believe there should be age of consent now?
Yes, 100%. Islamically, she has to be mentally, sexually, physically.
What you said earlier, you said they're not developed, all that kind of stuff.
Yes. So what that means is this, Islamically, she has to be mentally, sexually, and physically ready, And there is a harm factor. What that means is, UK gives it 16. Islam says, hold on a second, 16-year-old girl, you want to get married, okay. Even though you're 16, because we have concern about your welfare, we need to know if you're mentally, sexually, physically ready, and if there's a harm factor.
When you say physically ready, what do you mean? Physically ready. Is a 9-year-old physically ready to have sex?
So therefore, Islam.
No, but he's saying Islamically, mentally, physically, and ready.
She was an anomaly.
So what? So she was an anomaly. So Aisha was an anomaly. She was a super 9-year-old.
She
Is what
said,
you're saying?
No.
That's highly convenient.
I hope that's what
She was not super because.
Was she physically ready?
Let me tell you something.
She was physically ready for penetration.
Why did the Prophet wait 3 years to get married to her?
No, I asked you a question. Was she physically ready? Allegedly. Was she physically ready to have sex?
What do I say when I bring evidence and they don't answer? What do I usually say? Night.
Was she physically ready?
I say night.
Was she physically ready?
Why did the Prophet wait 3 years? Why? Why would a paedophile say, I'm going to wait 3 years? Why?
I said, was she physically ready?
What do we learn from this? Islamically, we have something understand it. We say, hold on a second. No.
Yeah, you do.
No, you're claiming.
I don't know a 9-year-old yet that should be ready for penetration.
You're claiming.
I hope she was. Otherwise,
Dave,
I don't know a 9-year-old
you're
yet.
claiming that she was the only 9-year-old who got married at that time.
No. I'm saying that very rarely. No. I'm saying very rarely. There's a 9-year-old.
No.
In part of the world, people still do.
So are you saying she was physically ready then?
I hope that's what you're saying.
Realistically, the age of consent is not
So are you saying she's physically ready?
It encompasses.
She was physically ready, yeah?
Is
Is that what you're saying?
average of when female bodies are ready. Now we say that 9-year-olds are.
Ali's not allowed to speak to
I was gonna say. We
Imam
talk
said
about
don't
the
speak
9-year-olds not being ready to give birth, etc.
Ali doesn't follow his own
children much younger.
brain, he follows what the Imam
looking
says.
after their family.
I do understand.
And are you telling me that
And in
looking
Pakistan as well,
after your little brother and your other little brother, right? When both families are dead, both parents, both mum and dad.
differently to now.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is the point, though.
Physically.
If a kid,
If you look at average height and things like that, it's different between now and back then.
So are we bigger now or smaller now? Taller, more physically. So then that means Aisha must have been like this then.
I think
I'm not talking about
it's the other
physicals,
way
I'm
around.
talking about
I think it's the other
Yeah,
way around.
but
I think
okay.
people are going to puberty
But
earlier now.
puberty, right?
Allegedly, according
But
to medical-
puberty takes 4 years to go
because
through.
of
that's the case,
because of estrogen in the water. That's why.
4 years to go through average,
yeah.
on average, in females.
Yeah.
So you got the physical, the canals growing, the ovaries growing, all of that's growing.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, what 9-year-old has already gone through that 4-year process for them to be ready to?
I hope that she's claiming that he's.
I don't know one, bro. That's something I just don't know one.
Bro, you know this, Can you move it a bit that way, please? This mic, if it's okay. Can you move it a bit back if it's okay? Yeah, because I keep walking into it.
The thing is that defending the indefensible doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry, because it's there,
Means you're not allowed to think.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you is, in today's age, go to Africa, go to any of these countries, girls are getting married and they give birth.
They are.
Yeah? And even if you search the definition of puberty or adult, it says a person who reaches the point of menstruating.
I understand.
So, therefore, when she's menstruating, her body is saying she is capable of reproducing. But Islamically, Islam will say, no, hold on a second, there's a harm factor. If she gives birth at this age, it might cause her to lose her life, it might cause her to da-da-da. So, therefore, this is how you need to go about it.
You understand why people find that a bit
100%.
like...
No, of course.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, they call us paedophiles, and I'm looking back and I'm thinking, fam, majority of you white mans, not you, middle-aged white mans are committing paedophilia. It's like a divine justice. Pedo, and then you're looking at majority of the white men, fam, you guys are doing it.
But none of those white men are claiming to be divine or got a message from God. So
that's worse.
Right.
You know why? Because
hang on.
Look, I'm going to finish with this. I'm going to finish with this.
Nasty, disgusting stuff. They don't claim it. They don't say, oh, the reason why I'm doing it is okay because, you know, I kind of got a message from God to do it. That's dumb. That's stupid.
What's this?
Human beings don't do that, but you're telling me you're saying it's okay because your prophet is divine from God and all that. It's okay for him to do. But human beings don't do that, bro.
Watch this. Human beings do this, bro. But when we look
don't claim that it was godly.
Human, look. We can say, argument's sake, the worst of the worst, argument's sake, our scripture tells us, sorry, white man, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Because he's nasty.
Night, brother.
Because he's nasty.
Night. You're doing it, why?
Because he's nasty.
Yeah, nasty like you.
He's nasty.
Because you have a perverted mind and you think everybody's like you.
But I'm saying, so why is your prophet doing it?
If the white man is nasty, if you say the white man is nasty, so what's your prophet?
I never said white man.
That's what I'm asking.
You just said it just now.
That's what I'm asking. So we can say that people.
Has anyone been listening? Seriously, has anyone been listening? My issue is this.
Loopholes.
Once again, yeah?
Loopholes.
Just to answer your question. You look at a white man who's raping little kids, yeah?
Or a Chinese one, or a Japanese one, or a black one. Any man. Any man that's doing it is disgusting and nasty. Any man.
Obviously. What the hell? Majority of them are white males, okay? You look at them, and what you do is you conflate that with what the prophet did. That's a fallacy.
Because he's a man.
Because, no.
He's a man too, right?
Because number one, he is raping little girls, yeah? Number two, the Prophet, peace be upon him, lived 1400 years ago, which was the norms of the society to marry a girl who's reached the age of puberty because she's an adult. Because today we've defined the definition of adult of something else. Therefore, the Prophet married an adult. An adult
9-year-old.
Are we older?
Are we wrong today?
Are we wrong today?
For doing it?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, we're wrong today,
No.
but we weren't wrong back then.
No. What I'm saying is this: the definition of an adult has changed, and also
Right or wrong?
girls.
What is it, right or wrong?
But it's not a yes or no answer.
Yeah, it's
you
not.
can't just come and say
Well,
yes or no.
It really is,
It's a yes or no.
When it comes to children's like sexual deviance,
and Islamic.
Guys,
it's like yes or no
And
answer.
Islamically,
don't make it black and white because I'll ask you guys whether or not. No, because I'll ask them whether or not they know the studies.
black or
They
white.
don't.
Islamically, it's not allowed.
It's more nuanced than
A
that.
Islamically,
lot
it's not
more
allowed.
nuance. I don't even understand where you're
Shia-
going with this.
Listen, let me clarify.
Where my
No,
Shias
no.
at? The Shias don't agree on
Let me
this.
clarify.
Where the
Yeah,
Shias
go on
at?
it, go on.
In one breath, not me.
Shias
Ali's
are over there
words were
getting
like,
refuted.
white man doing is disgusting, it's
Can I
wrong.
explain?
Right.
Yes.
Your words,
Can I
yes?
Can I explain?
But Muhammad, it's all right.
I just explained it.
Because he's divine. God told
I
him.
just
God told him
explained it.
divine. He's divine.
The context.
I just explained it.
Is the act right or wrong?
I just explained it. Did you not hear
context.
me?
You said the context.
I just
Context,
explained
the
it.
act.
Oh my
Is the
goodness.
act right or wrong?
Yes. Is the
I
act
just
right or wrong?
explained it.
Why is the act wrong? No, I want to know.
Sleep with children is wrong, from my eyes.
For who told you?
No. I
Bro,
want to know.
I know
If you
Because
got to
everyone
explain
throws.
to a grown man
I'm a daughter.
why having sex
I'm
with
a
a
daughter.
9-year-old is wrong,
I'm a
then
daughter.
you're
I wanna
probably going to
know.
look a bit
I
silly,
wanna
bro.
know.
Let them.
Alice,
Leave them. Leave them.
Alice, I want to know why. I want to know
I have
why.
children, and I know it's wrong.
How do you know it's wrong?
Leave him.
I will not allow.
So you haven't done the reading. You haven't done the reading. You don't know why it's wrong.
Why you know
He's
it's right?
not Muslim. He's not Muslim, by the way.
Why you know?
I never said it's right, but I know why it's wrong.
So it's not right?
Explain to
I'm
me
telling you.
why it's wrong. Explain to me why it's wrong. You don't know why it's
Children
wrong,
already
do
have
you?
sex at that age.
You don't know why it's wrong, do you?
Children already have sex
Are
at
they,
that age.
are they,
In your country, they do that.
Where you guys?
In your country,
Do you guys know?
wherever you're from.
No, which country? You say my country. Which country?
I don't know, maybe from.
Why is there an age of
They've
consent?
probably done it.
That sounded a bit racist
How
to
do
me.
you know? How do you know?
Oh, here we go.
sounded a bit racist.
It is. How do you know?
That sounded a bit
That's
racist to me,
Wait,
Ali.
which country are you talking about?
In
Most
your
likely
country,
you're from
what
Africa,
country?
you're in Jamaica.
Africa's not a country, bro. It's a
No.
continent. You said his country.
Which country?
What country is he from? Africa is
You're
a
a black
continent.
supremacist.
I'm a black
You're a
supremacist.
black
Country.
supremacist, bro.
Where's your
You think
evidence?
you're better than
Where's your
white man?
evidence?
You said my country.
I think I'm better than white man.
Brother.
Give me say so, Ali.
No,
I want the
you said
evidence.
my
bro.
country. Which country is that?
Okay, let me take a
I
guess.
said it. Where?
Ghana.
No, the book
Malawi.
called the Iceman. The book called the Iceman. Does that mean I'm better?
Zimbabwe.
That mean I'm better?
Okay, I don't know.
Does that mean
Sorry.
that's evidence?
Was that close? Was that close? Trinidad? Trinidad?
Don't do it there. I'm telling you, I'm from Zimbabwe. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Doesn't mean superiority, bro.
You don't do it. So
I'll ask. I will ask.
we don't do it there.
You're the fireman, you're the sun man, and he's the ice man.
Don't do it.
That's your feeling. Every dog that barks, don't.
Every dog that barks.
Don't interest every dog
Every
that
dog that barks.
Right here, we have some.
I'm his daddy.
Die in your
No,
age.
you're the daddy.
Die in your age.
You're the daddy.
Die in
You
your
are the
age.
daddy, bro.
Die in
No,
your
I'm not
age.
your daddy.
Die in your age.
We are the fathers.
Die in your age.
We are the
No.
fathers.
When does it change?
We're the fathers.
When does it change?
When he sees,
We're the fathers.
When does the skin tone change?
We're the fathers.
but you know what hurts him? When he
said
sees
die
a
in
black
your age.
Muslim, when he sees a black Muslim, it burns him. Yeah, because they are brothers. We're not like these guys, only the black one is my brother. We're brothers. Yeah, that's why it burns him. Well, Malcolm X, it burns him. And he dies in his rage. Because he's my brother. He's my brother. But with you, only the black one's your brother. You're racist, bro.
No.
Okay, I'll go join Nation of Islam. If you came to Islam, you join Nation of Islam. He's a black Tom Robinson.
I'm the black Tom Robinson. All of these claims, bro. All of this nonsense. That was the claim, though. They're emotional. You said the Iceman, though. Of course. The people of the ice and the people of the sun. No, the people of the ice and the people of the sun. How is that? People of the sun. People of the ice, people of the sun. Like I said, how does that denote superiority? Because people who were during the ice age.
Children in my country don't do that. They've been in practice in my country.
People that evolved during the ice age.
Because they apologize first.
Bring facts, we need to bring facts.
Bring the facts.
I didn't
That's
inform
how
you.
white
You did,
people
but
became white.
my culture
evolved
very
in
little
Northern
kid.
Europe,
country.
bro. The
Not
culture is
my
mountain.
country,
That's
You don't do it.
the
No,
narrative.
where are you from?
Zimbabwe.
That's the narrative.
I'm going to check.
So now you know why I said it.
If I'm wrong,
But is
I'll
it superiority? Am I saying I'm superior to that?
You don't know, but you make a statement. That's right.
Yeah, but
what's evidence? I'll give you a statement.
yeah, but evidence of what is the evidence of?
I'm saying I gave you a statement. Falsehoods.
Fine, but what is the evidence of?
I'm saying what exactly is the discussion about?
He said I'm a black supremacist. You gave that as evidence of me being a black supremacist, right?
I'm saying that. What does supreme mean?
Look, it says approximately 39% of girls
Bro, if you had the evidence,
in
you just
sub-Saharan
produce it.
Africa are married
If
before
you had
the
the
age of
evidence, you
18.
produce it. It means you ain't got anything, bro.
If I'm 18,
No, I've never said anyone's better than anyone. That's not what I was asking you. No.
Age of marriage, who you marry, two different things, yeah? You can marry at the age of age.
Go back
your
to
age.
it.
Not on
I
all
will go back to it.
When you're 18,
You believe
when you're age
it.
of
But
marriage.
now we're dealing with beliefs. I believe I can fly, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
When I said your country,
believe.
I don't understand what's
You are trying to say underage girls, are marrying old men in Africa like a custom. What you said?
No, what do you define as
What you read is different.
No, but what do you
What you read is
define?
different. What you read was totally different.
What do you define as underage girl? Okay, what do you think should be the age?
16.
16. France is saying 14.
France, I don't care.
And trench your
Are they pedophiles?
Yes, to me, eyes are.
Oh, come on, man. America, 12.
They are pedophiles, yes.
The pedophiles?
Yes. Can you actually prove it? What do you say? No.
Who's told you this?
I'm telling you, I know. Myself, I know.
My point is this.
Who told you that's right? Who told you it's right?
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you. Mine's different to you. Because the white man, I'm not talking about the general, yeah? The white man has come and told you this is right, this is wrong, and you're following it. And that's where you're getting it from.
Human Genome Project.
Sorry?
If you want someone who actually is
No.
So why is it
My
right?
religion doesn't.
What are you talking about? No, I'm asking him. No. I'm on himself.
You're missing the
What will he do?
You're missing the point.
What will he do? Forget about the law. Forget about the law. What will you do? Ask what he will do. Forget about the law.
original
This is a child.
And then it then goes
So you
on
see
to
the child?
explain as well, like, again, the theory
What's
of,
that?
like, Sheikh Ahmed Diop.
I'm talking about the Human Genome Project.
Yeah, I'm talking about anthropology. That actually
But I'm talking about the Human Genome Project. I'm talking about genetically. You talk about no skulls. I'm saying genetically, you look into your genes, the same genes that you have, have the same genes if a woman tomorrow said, hey, I'm pregnant and you're the father. And you say, whoa,
when does it change?
Hang on, wait. You will say, whoa, I need a DNA test done. I need to know the baby's genes to know if I'm really that child's father. Now the test comes back and says you are 99.9% not the father. Are you the father or not the father?
According to the stats, probably not.
Would you take that and say, yep, not the daddy, that's not mine? Would you take it? Right, so I'm telling you the same genes,
it's probability.
the same genes.
We're dealing with probability, isn't it?
But you would take the test.
I would. I'm saying
pointless then, isn't it? Then you are actually okay in the genetic science. You're okay in genetic science.
I haven't even seen what the science you bring. You're just claiming.
I just gave you a scenario. Yeah. You said that you would say that you were not the father if the genetic tests show that you were not the father, right? Because you know that if they took your genes and took the baby's genes and the genes didn't match, that's not your child, right? That's right. Okay. So we can take the genes from human beings and match them with Africans, to show that African is in everyone's DNA.
What we call is African. Is it a colour? What is African?
Is a certain
Can
genome.
a white man be born African?
Which mean?
African.
Now we're changing the
You're saying
topic.
African. You're saying African.
So now we're changing the topic.
What is African?
Change the topic. So we're changing the topic now.
No, what is a genome we're talking about?
No, let's look it up.
Because we're talking about African. I don't know if it's a colour, is it a race?
Let's look it up.
Even like on, let's say, like a physical traits basis, right? You can see that the physical traits within African people or black people in particular.
African or black? Which one? Are they synonymous? I don't know if they're synonymous. I don't know. We need to use the term properly.
That's the thing. You'd have to prove to me that any other person who isn't black doesn't come from Africa.
That's what I'm saying.
What is a genome?
I don't know. Haploid set of chromosomes in a gamete microorganism, and each cell of them multicellular.
So that's your genome. So we take those, or the scientists take those, and they match them with other genomes, right? To see if you match with the other ones. So that's how we know if you are the baby's father or not. That's how we know if you, within this, if you are related to her, or related to him, or related to...
I already agreed with your scenario.
Right, okay,
how does it relate back to your daddy situation?
Because we have the first genomes.
Who's we?
African people.
Who's African people? That's the
black African people.
Okay, is black and African synonymous? That's what I'm trying to establish right now. So you're saying African, this is the term you're using.
The continent we now know, or the continent we now call Africa, is where the oldest genomes are found. Is where the oldest people are found. The continent we now call Africa. It could have been called something before.
Okay.
It could have been right.
Was it,
so it's called something before.
Was it the same continent?
But that region.
Was it the same continent then as it was now? No. Was it joined or was it separated? Was it the same?
Could have been joined, could have been separated.
So how do we know it's the exact thing?
Because that is
that's where the anthropology.
How does the genes locate the geographic?
Because again, that is where the skeletons are found. That is where when you get archaeologists.
Why are you fighting against who you are, bro?
I'm fighting against. I'm
You're actually fighting against who you are, bro.
Establish who Africans are.
Guys, it's not even that.
Ask you if it's black African.
It's you. That's who it is. It's you.
But I'm not from Africa.
You're not from there.
I'm from Africa.
What it means is you may not be from Africa, but it's forfeit.
But your genomes are from there, though, aren't they? Your genes are from there.
How do you know that?
Because of the way you look. Okay.
All right, you're from Japan. Your genomes are from Japan. That's what you are. You're Japanese.
How do you tell? How do you tell?
You're a Japanese man. You're a Japanese man.
What makes you know?
No, you're Japanese. You're not African. You're Japanese.
I'm not Japanese.
Why?
I'm not Japanese.
Why?
I was born in Japan.
So who are you then?
I wasn't born in Japan.
Who are you? An Englishman?
I wasn't born in Japan.
Are you an Englishman?
What defines who I am?
No, are you an Englishman then?
What defines who I am?
You're telling me you know what you're not.
No, wait, what defines who I am? Because I wasn't born in Japan.
So you were born here then?
Yeah.
So you must be an Englishman then? You're an Englishman?
What's
the people who are actual Englishmen will look at you and be like, mate, you ain't no Englishman, right? Because they know who an Englishman is. You ain't an Englishman?
How am I not Englishman?
Listen, bro.
Who's a cheddar man?
Hang on, bro.
Who's a cheddar man?
Bro. If a child is born in a stable, does it make it a horse?
Listen, you're talking nonsense. Who's a cheddar man?
No, but if a child's born in a stable, is the child now a horse? Just because you're born.
Who's a cheddar man?
Cheddar man's a black man from England.
Sorry, from England.
I think.
So who's the original Englishman? Who's the original Englishman?
And he's correct.
So why am I not Englishman?
No, the original human.
Why am I not Englishman?
Listen. The original human.
Wait, follow the steps.
I am.
Who's a cheddar man?
Like I said, a black man.
A black man?
Yes.
Where's he from?
He's from Africa. Listen.
Where did they find him?
Listen. Where you
You're diverting now, man. You're diverting.
Waste, man. So, what I'm trying to say is, the humans, went all around the globe. All around the globe. So if they ended up in England,
Still
Japan.
prove my point. Even though he's from Africa, he went to England and he's an Englishman.
No, he's genomes.
Migrating doesn't really change your.
I know, but I'm saying this.
Bro, if I migrate to
Africa,
China
but they
right
found him
now
in
and
England.
have a baby in China, is my baby now Chinese?
But they found him in England. You're saying he's African, but
I
they found him in
know
England.
that, but if I have a baby in Poland, my baby's not Polish.
But you have to
The
prove he's
baby is Polish by identity.
By nationality.
Yes, but not.
Which is a different
not
construct.
by genes.
By,
And I
not by,
think
gene,
that's-
by,
yeah,
by gene. I was
but
trying to say,
by
I'm talking about genome, I'm talking about genes. So I can
You're
have an African baby in Poland. That doesn't make my baby Polish.
I hear that. I hear what you're
Doesn't.
saying.
So just because the Cheddar Man was found in England doesn't make him English, bro. He's just one of the original people who migrated out of Africa and found himself in England. That's all he is, bro.
I know, I'm not arguing against that. But you
actually are arguing against that.
Ask me if I'm English. I say I'm English. That's my nationality.
Yeah, he's English by identity.
Nationally. No,
Yeah.
you're British nationally. You'll be British. You'll be a British national.
So culturally, are you closer to an African man or somebody brought up in London? A white geezer brought up
I'm
in London?
culturally British.
So what's your point?
What's your attachment?
We're not talking about culture, we're talking about genes. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He was trying to establish.
I hear that, but what's your point?
So your culture,
I'm trying to understand, is African and black synonymous? That's what I'm trying to understand from you.
so your culture, yeah, is probably London as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but your genes are from where?
Pakistan.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
But I have more in
Is it the
common
first human
with somebody brought up in London than I do with Pakistan.
That means it's the black
Right, because I was
African.
raised here.
Essentially.
But my
Hold on, tell me, why did you agree? So why did you agree with
No,
Pakistan then?
essentially,
So when he says Pakistan, you should have agreed with him.
Because genomes
Because he's originally a black man.
mutate. That's right, so now we can go into what genes do. They mutate.
What's his foundation?
Right, no, we can go to what genes do. They mutate, the genome mutates, yeah, or the DNA sequence mutates to form another type. And I use that word loosely, type of human being, of the human family, yeah? So the genome mutated, or the DNA mutated to make my guy right here. It mutated to make my guy right there. It mutated to make him. But originally, the original source is what we call today the African.
So we're African then? There's no discussion.
Essentially,
We're African
but
then.
we
So
are
that means there's no
mutated.
ice and sun what you're talking about. That's what I'm
Right,
trying
so
to get
that's
back
part
to.
of the mutation. Fantastic. So part of what causes a mutation is different climates, maybe different foods, all this kind of stuff is
and from that
is what caused the mutation. So his mutation, or the European's mutation.
How are you the daddy then? If we're all African.
Because I'm the root
But they're the root
of
as
the
well.
mutation. Because the mutations.
Oh, okay, so the root. Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Your genes not mutated at all.
But I don't know.
It ain't mutated yet. I'm not an X-Man yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for my X-Man powers.
So you're not the original.
Huh?
You're not the original.
I'm original.
How? Your genes might mutate as well.
So what's your point?
I'm the original.
You have African genes, right? I might have African genes. Well, we probably do.
Yeah, you do.
Because Adam, picture upon him, was African, right? I'm a Muslim. I really don't care, right?
Don't bring the mythology into it, bro. We're having a scientific conversation.
How's it relevant, though?
We're having a scientific conversation.
All right,
Let's not bring Adam into it.
All right, how's it relevant?
How's it what?
Let's just call the first human beings. Let's leave Adam out. Let's just say
whatever.
Let's say the first human being.
How's it relevant?
No, it was relevant because we're talking about the daddy and all this kind of stuff.
Because I hear what he was saying.
It's relevant because we're talking about being a daddy and all that kind of stuff. That's why the conversation we're having.
See,
being the original, being the father and mother of civilization is what I'm basically saying. So the father and mothers of civilization are black, what we call black African people, and then everyone else came from them. So the fathers, the mothers, the daddy and the mummy would be black African people. You understand?
So you're coming from the nation, yeah? Nation of Islam.
Nope. Hell no.
Is it just skin mutations that are important?
There's no white man is a devil, none of that. No. That's someone else. That's someone else's stuff.
Because I hear what he was saying. Because if he's born in London, right, surely he's got more in common with a white geezer.
Culturally?
In London. Yeah, culturally and,
of course.
And lifestyle and thinking as well.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Accept that first.
No,
when I said English, it kind of hurt him.
No,
when I said that to a lot of Africans,
we're
they say that.
talking about genes.
But you try to throw your finger, you're African.
That's why.
Genes culture. Talking about genes, bro. Like your genes, culturally British.
How can you tell a man's genes from looking at him?
Genes,
How can you tell a
Pakistan.
man's genes from looking at him?
Right. So that's what I'm
How can you
talking
tell a man's
about.
genes
He's trying
from
to.
looking at him?
You can't conflate this. I'm not conflating the two. I'm saying the difference.
So how does my genes being from Pakistan affect me in 2018 in London? How does that affect?
Someone might say, "Oi, you."
Whatever. Yeah.
Might affect you then and beat you up. Might affect you then. I don't know.
I'll try to beat me up.
I'm just saying.
No.
There could be 50 of them.
But
true, down there. I just got a phone, bro. That's what that phone. But listen. But in 2018, that's irrelevant, bro. Economically,
was chatting to a black brother earlier, right? Somalian brother. And what he was saying was making sense. At the moment, economically, everything, we are fucked, bro. In London, not only black geezers, but foreigners, immigrants. Most of us are fucked. And that's not down from Jesus. That's just from our lack of power, our lack of organisation, etc. Right?
So that's not my argument, though. But okay.
No. But talking about genes, I don't really see how that empowers anyone, like the black nation or the Pakistani nation or whatever nation. It's not helping anything.
It's not about.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I talk to black people, right?
Melanin in your thing. And
We
it is
can
the
see
melanin which is stronger.
globally. We go around the globe. Choose a country
I thought this
and find the socio-economic ladder of that country. You will find the darkest people on the bottom of the socio-economic ladder.
Including Africa as well.
Including Africa.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So for me, as one of those people that were, I'm not saying I'm on the bottom of the socio-economic ladder where I am now. But the masses of black people, when you go around the globe, would be at the bottom of the socio-economic ladders. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I speak to black people and say, listen, we are treated a certain way globally. Yeah? We're treated this way globally. Because of the systems that have been put in place.
But it's not only black people.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. Because I'm talking about from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right. So I'm saying, if you're the original man, the original one, and people are treating you like this, but really and truly, you're the daddy. So embrace or embody
empowerment.
Embody that and do for yourself, because waiting for people to do shit for you ain't really working. A lot of black people are waiting for somebody to do something for them. They're waiting on Jesus, or they're waiting on the government, or they're waiting on someone. That's fine, but I got to talk about my perspective. So I'm saying, I'm not talking about Pakistanis, I'm talking about Arabs, I'm talking about anyone. I'm literally talking to black people, literally. Okay, I'm literally talking to them.
You're from London. You're from London, right?
Right. But
you were born and bred in London,
yes.
So someone like me, who's born and bred in London, who's Pakistani, is going to talk to you, take you more seriously than a brother in Africa, or a brother in, or a black geezer in Jamaica, or whatever.
So, but that doesn't negate the socio-economic ladder globally. Just because you can have a good conversation doesn't mean that the socio-economic ladder doesn't exist anymore. But me and you can have a great conversation. I had a conversation with Toby Robinson. It doesn't negate. Listen, it doesn't negate the social-economic ladder, bro. So I've got to speak to the people that occupy the bottom of the social-economic ladder because I'm part of that class or part of that race of people. Even though I could be a billionaire. Individually, literally, I could be a billionaire, right? But that still doesn't negate the global system. It doesn't negate it. You've got billionaires, Oprah's a billionaire, Jay-Z's making money, Beyonce's making money, all this. But it doesn't negate the system. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying, right? And I agree with some of what you're saying. But for me, it's like, you being born in London, right? It's not only black people, it's Asians and it's white people as well.
But they got to look out for themselves, though, innit?
As it dilates.
Surely, no.
Everyone looks out for their own house. Do you care about black people more than you care about Pakistanis?
I care about Muslims
more than okay,
anyone
so you've got your group.
That's my community.
Fantastic. So you've got your group that you care about more than anybody else.
Yeah. But coming from the oppressed people, I see as a suppressed, and you can't deny that, right? No one can deny that. I see black people, and I see other immigrant groups in my umbrella group as well.
Within Muslims, within the Muslim Ummah, who is the most oppressed people in the Muslim Ummah?
Poor people.
Who's at the bottom of the social-economic ladder, even within Islam?
Poor people. Bro.
And those people will be what colour?
Brown as well.
That's the point I'm making.
Brown as well.
No, but the point I'm trying to make is that even within your Muslim Ummah,
I hear what you're saying.
You can see that black people occupy the bottom. So, I'm telling you, I tell black people, doesn't matter what religion you are, what political party you follow, none of that, it don't matter because you're still at the bottom, no matter where you go. So, I'm saying I need to talk to them. I need to talk to them. That's what I need to talk to all of them.
What do you mean by the bottom? How would you change that?
They have to change. Black people, we have to change it. Black people have to change it. We shouldn't wait for anybody else to change it for us. We have to say, listen, we have a collective experience.
Yeah, but you have people of different colour at the top.
Yeah.
You need them to be able to do that.
No, because waiting on that, how long are we going to wait?
I'm not saying you wait. I'm saying what's the solution? You're saying
no, but the solution's not with the people at the top. It's with the people at the bottom.
And solutions ain't just with
that's what the solution is.
Solution ain't with the G's either.
With the G's.
Yeah, genes. You talk about genomes from Africa and all that.
Yeah, but that's a side conversation.
Yeah, but solution ain't there either.
No, the solution is with. Okay, listen. If China is in a hole, who should Chinese people rely on to get them out of that hole?
Chinese.
If white English people are in a hole, who should they rely on?
Themselves, obviously. But English people.
You get what I'm saying then?
I hear what you're saying.
You actually get what I'm saying.
Because you're from London and you're making like an exclusive, like a black thing. That's the thing I'm not hearing. That's the thing I'm not feeling. Like you're talking about.
But I'm having a conversation with you. I have no problem with you.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you.
But what I've got, but
you're excluding me in a way. It don't negate the system.
I'm not here for your feelings. I'm excluding you, bro. I'm not here for your feelings.
Hold on.
What, I'm supposed to cater to your feelings, bro?
Hold on.
I don't know you, bro.
You're excluding me from the oppressed people. Like you're basically saying, I'm at the bottom. I come from the bottom of the economic ladder as well.
If you find oppression within your community, deal with it. You see what I'm saying? Like you talk to your people and say, hey guys, listen, let's do something. It's not for me to talk about your community. You know your community better than I do.
I'm from South London, right? But majority of Muslims I knew growing up were Somalian brothers, right? That's my experience of the Muslims. Like my people are the people I grew up with on the estates around South London. They weren't just Somalian brothers. We talk about West Indian fellas, we talk about Nigerian fellas, we talk about white working class people, we talk about Indians, we talk about white spectrum people. That's my people. And that's the people that I want to speak for. So when I talk about Islam, for me personally, I believe that that's the solution to bring them out of their oppression, right?
Everyone. Islam can bring everyone out of oppression. But even though I showed you that even within Islam, the most oppressed people within Islam are black people. That don't make no sense, bro. It don't work.
Within Muslim countries. Within Muslim countries, you could say, yeah, black people are oppressed, but not only black people, dark-skinned people. Pakistan, somebody's making this point, dark-skinned people don't get on telly.
I agree. I agree with you.
And the majority of Pakistanis are actually dark-skinned themselves, right? But you'll never get a hero of a film as a dark-skinned fella. So
I agree.
I agree with that.
Now what? Now what are you going to do about that?
My point, what can I do? I can only deal with London where I am. And
okay, cool. What you're saying is not for you to concern yourself with or whatever. I'm saying I am actually going out of my way to concern myself with the matters and the affairs of the people that look like me. That's my choice. That's what I'm doing.
You know what he said?
Yeah, I'm going to Nigeria next year.
Really?
Yes. In January 2000, I'm going to Nigeria.
What for? For political war?
Yes.
You know when he said
that's what I'm doing.
And how do you feel that you'll be received over there? Being that most people are black.
We'll have to wait and see.
Afghanistan.
You know when he said
I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say, I don't think that's taken seriously.
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe, I know.
Your opinion is you're entitled to it, but I'm still going to go.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm still going to go, bro.
Just going back to something you said earlier about because you're black, you should only obviously look after black people. In effect, that's what you said.
That's what I said. I said you should own it. I'm saying you should own it. So what I'm saying is, you
basically said every colour should have
what I'm saying is that have you ever been on a plane? What does it say when the mask comes down? What does it say you should do? Put the mask on yourself first before you try and put it on anybody else. Do you know why? Because if you're the one suffering first, you can't really be concerning yourself with the other people suffering. You got to look out for self first. That's literally what the plane says.
With that is that if white people did that, that would be classed as racism.
Yeah. That's down to you. I don't class it as racism. That's logic to me.
The general people would. I know you're
I don't care what general people. I'm me.
I'm just asking you, what do you think of that?
I would say it's a very smart thing to do.
If we applied that to every area and said black people look after black people, Asians look after Asians,
first,
whites look after whites.
Yeah. Clean up your
blacks
house
and
first.
Asians, we won't go anywhere because the whites still be at the top and we can't.
No.
We just have to.
No.
Yeah, they're doing that now.
Yeah. Okay, I think you're conflating this. I think you're confusing it.
It's something you said earlier.
Yeah, no, but I understand what I said. And I say if Asian people look after Asian people, it doesn't mean because you look after Asian people you hate everybody else. Do you understand? That's not what it means. If I look after black people first, I don't hate everybody else, bro. That's not what I do. I say I love you guys. Let's work together. I'm speaking to you now. I don't hate you. I literally don't hate you, bro. But I do love black people. So if I need to speak to you for any reason, I will speak to you. I ain't got a problem with you.
What about
but my first concern is going to be for
He has to look after himself before he can look after
I get
you.
that.
I gotta put the mask on myself first, bro.
Everything's not black and white like you think, because there'll be a lot of people that'll be in the middle. So if the geezer's mixed race, his dad's white, his mom's black.
You're now asking me to concern myself with things.
So you're
asking me to concern myself with other things now. It's like, this is what it seems like. I'm telling you my agenda. I'm telling you black and white exactly what I'm about. And you're trying to bring something in to bring a red herring.
I'm just
So,
thinking,
no, Sarah,
how would
concern
you be
yourself
able
with someone else. Concern yourself with someone else. I know who I'm concerned with.
Okay, so I'm just thinking, how would you be able to apply that? That's
not my problem.
That's a bit
If mixed race people got a problem, they should chat to mixed race people and deal with their problems. If Asian people got a problem, I'm just saying, why would I interfere in mixed race people's problems? Why would I do that? Is that for me to concern myself with? Or should mixed race people really be doing that?
And so what I say is,
Alright, should I go to China and be like, hey, Chinese people, yeah, you see your problems you got here, yeah? They're gonna be like, who's this black guy coming in our meeting, like, trying to concern himself with, oh shit. They're gonna do what they want to do for their people, and they're allowed to.
Who's at the top of the economic ladder?
The top of the economic ladder currently is white males. Generally, it's white males.
How do they get there? How do they get there? By concerning their people, concerning themselves and other people's business.
Right, so they concern them. That's fantastic.
That's what I'm trying.
So to get to the top, so I don't concern myself in everything.
So that means to get to the top, according to you, you have to do what they done.
No.
Otherwise, you'll still be stuck at the bottom.
No.
How else then?
You're telling me there's only one model. You're telling me. No, if that's their model.
How long have they been at the top as well, so we can see if it's successful?
If that's their model, yeah, that's their model.
Has it been successful for a long time?
For them, yeah.
Your model hasn't worked.
I'm just starting my model, bro. What are you talking about?
No, there are different sections in history, okay? So at certain points, the ancient Egyptians were there. At certain points, the Asians were there. At certain points, America was there. At certain points, Britain was there. Allegedly, now, it's going to be Japan or China.
He's talking about countries. He's talking about colour.
So what?
It's a different thing.
Do you know what I think people think that to concern yourself with your people means you hate everyone else. And I want to break that narrative. I think that's a very stupid thing to do. I think that's a very stupid thing to think. Because I said I wouldn't concern myself with Chinese problems. I literally wouldn't. The only way I concern myself with a Chinese problem is the Chinese side interfering in my shit. That's when I start concerning. I'll be like, you know what, do your shit, yeah, I'm gonna do mine. And if we chat and we gotta go back and forth and trade and all that kind of shit, that's cool. But don't concern yourself in my affair. Just like I wouldn't run into your house and be like, hey, what are you doing? You see that? You should do that in your house. And you take your shoes off. That's how you run your house, bro. I don't concern myself in your house.
So in practical terms, because I know what you said about working together and stuff, how would you actually be able to do it? That's what I want to know.
Fantastic.
Give me some practical ways.
Fantastic. You have Japan, you have China, you have India, and they've all got stuff that each other needs.
Yeah.
Right? You can trade together. You don't say, oh, because he's Japanese, I'm not going to trade with him. That's dumb. You're not going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, but we're not talking about a country, we're talking about race, black people. So there's black people here, there's black people in France. Are you proposing getting them all together in one country? Is that what you're saying?
No. So black people are everywhere. I can't just say one country, that's our country.
So I don't get it. So how would you trade with those?
Because, okay, is there Chinatown here?
Yeah.
That's economic, yeah.
There's actually Chinatown here.
That's economic.
Okay. Do Arabs own Edgware Road?
Yeah.
Jews.
It's not saying, oh, go back to your country. That's what I'm saying.
Where it's full of Japanese
Saudi Arabia, they're on a different basis.
Arabs and all these people, all the Chinese that own these places, like you mentioned, they still work with a white man at the top.
Right.
They don't segregate themselves and say, look at Saudi Arabia. Look at fucking Saudi Arabia.
Is that what you think I'm proposing?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, to do that, you still need to be connected with them and work with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You could bloody go on holiday there.
What's wrong with Saudi Arabia?
I'm asking you now.
Saudi Arabia, they do lots of deals and business deals behind closed doors.
Very much like the Japan. That's what the Japanese do.
He's acting like I'm saying, oh, don't go to Japan for a holiday. Don't go to Europe for a holiday.
No, I asked you. I know what you're saying about you use the Chinese stand as an example. I get that now. So that makes sense to me.
So I'm saying
it's a lot of difficult task because black people are not all in one country centralised, apart from Africa, obviously.
Right. So Africa would be the base, I guess, right? Just like Saudi Arabia is a base for Islam or whatever. But there's not just Muslims just in Saudi Arabia. There's not just Japanese in Japan. There's not just Chinese. The Chinese are everywhere now. So but China is always the base. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not necessarily about all being in one place. It's just about us helping one another.
Right. It's a mentality.
It's very hard to work in a Japanese
Do you think that's to do with actually just education? educating black people and getting them together and actually...
I've got to educate my people first, because we're the ones that, for me, in my opinion, we're the ones that are most lost.
So
in my opinion.
You don't think that be able,
my opinion.
You don't think that we'd be able to do that through normal schools? That has to be like...
No, that hasn't worked.
Not through any schools that aren't our own, yeah.
It hasn't worked.
It'd have to be black schools, wouldn't it?
We'd have to educate.
Propose separate black schools.
We'd have to educate
like religious schools.
If not a separate black school, if not, we have to at least instill in our children when they're not in an all black school, that sense of
that mentality.
Of course. But it's not about hating anybody else. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, people think that literally what I say is, oh, I'm gonna start lynching people and cutting off their heads. It's like, no, bro.
I know what you're saying. It's like, some touchy people could actually turn it around and say,
because people are emotionally led. Listen, told you, I can sit down with anyone. Literally. I'll sit down with a KKK member, I don't care. But I want to see what's inside his head first.
I watch videos of people accuse you stuff, like, I never believe it. I'm like, look, you can't say that, because I know what you're saying, I can see the case. Now
what people
no one
say
else is doing it.
Is that Sorrow's a black supremacist. As if I'm proposing people being lynched, killed, burning crosses, shooting up people. That's what they think.
They say that about
that's just when people can't have an argument. They throw around.
But I tell you why. Because when you say nationalism, the only mental vision when we really have nationalism is white nationalism. Generally, burning crosses and the KKK and Jim Crow, we have that mentality about that's what nationalism is. So we kind of have one view of nationalism. That's what the nationalism I'm proposing. That's too time. I've not got time to be plotting and killing people. I ain't got time for that shit. I've got too much shit to do, bro.
You want the economic side. That's what you're talking about.
Thank you. Social economics.
Love it. Or even nation building.
Nation building. Love it. Let's build Wakanda 2.0.
So Rastafari. Well,
let's build that.
That's Congo. That's Congo.
You know what I'm saying? Let's build that.
Do you know what? Also, you mentioned earlier about black people being at the bottom of this social thing, right?
I got to roll it. I got to roll it like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's black colour actually. I call it colorism. So I don't know if you notice, there's a difference between a light-skinned mixed-race person and a dark black person. You know what I'm saying? If you go to a job interview or if you go to for a TV show and that kind of stuff, they tend to be much more accepted than a dark black person. So I think that's a problem.
Right. In this current society.
Yeah. Right. So I call it colorism.
So there is colorism. It exists, right? It exists, right?
The darker you are, the more difficult it is. I personally, that's what I.
So then, what would you propose?
To deal with that.
I think it's a mentality.
So the darker people
that top.
Okay, so if the darker people have realised it, if you say the darker people always get treated less than, what do you think the darker people should do?
They should rise. They
should rise themselves up, right?
Yeah, they should mentally educate themselves. They should have role models.
By coming together.
They should have.
Then you agree with me?
I agree with you. I never said I disagree with you.
Right.
I just wanted to know how practically you would implement it, which you've explained now, so I get it.
So there's no need to be scared. Like, no word. People get scared of this though.
No, because Chinese have that mentality, and that's why there's so much success.
That's why, exactly.
The Jews, everyone has
exactly.
that. So
the Jews ain't going around beheading. Well, if you can, people talk about Israel. People talk about Israel. No, I'm not saying generally the Jews in Stamford Hill or whatever. They're not going beheading people. They're just working amongst themselves, doing their thing. They integrate when they need to, but they think about themselves. I ain't got a problem with that. I actually respect that.
The richest people at the top have been Jews for years.
I respect
and they're going to be there for years to come.
I respect that.
And they only do business with each other. That's a normal thing.
They do business with other people.
They would do business with other people,
primarily,
but they would generally look after their own first.
Yeah.
That's actually not a problem for me. I respect that kind of mentality, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking after their own house first,
especially with what happened to them.
Right, exactly, right. They're looking after their own house first, doing their own thing, and everyone should do that because once I say for instance, everyone had that, and everyone had in their head, if I know you're gonna look after your people first, I'm not thinking I'm gonna scam this motherfucker because I know there's no way in your head that you're gonna let me scam you and your people. I know you're coming to the table based off. Let's see, guys, because you know, like you're not going to
try for yourself. You're not going to give things away.
Exactly. You're going to work for yourself, and everyone wants to be their own boss.
It's just what you're saying and what you're proposing could come across to touchy people a bit like, oh no, he's going to live.
Yeah, but we live in a snowflake society. People get offended by all types of shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
But if you look at it and use examples, it does happen already. It fucking happens with Jews. Like
it's happening right now.
It even happens with class. Like top people at top level. I work for my boss, and my boss is 10 times more likely to accept people
of his class.
People who've got his uni. People who've got his hang around with. He ain't going to accept someone from a fucking poor area. That's just normal.
No, but the thing is, like I said, the problem comes when you start to think that you're better than the other people. Though. I think that's where the problem comes. I don't think I'm better than other people. I don't think I'm better than Chinese people.
I think what you provoke people with is when you go around saying, "I'm your daddy."
Right, because that's my sense of humour.
I know what you're saying. That's
my sense of humour.
You're trying to control people. I get that. You're trying to control the argument. I get that. But it can be a bit like
because. But if you understand what I mean genetically,
yeah, that's more of a metaphor. Anyway.
No, it's a metaphor, right?
It's a metaphor. Yeah, but you can see why some people will be like, "Oh, hang on a minute, you can't say that to me," and they get all fucking a bit.
No, hang on. He said it's not literal. No, he's saying it is literal because he's saying genetically.
Hang on, you're the one that tried to talk shit.
No,
you're the one that spoke shit earlier on.
No, it's not literal.
Yo, I didn't spoke shit earlier on. It was you. That's listen, back to man. No, it was you.
What?
It was you, right?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna lie. Say wallahi. Say wallahi.
Say
wallahi. You didn't say that.
What is he on drugs?
Say wallahi.
Are you on drugs, mate? Are you on drugs?
Him, right?
No.
Say wallahi. You didn't say that.
No.
Say wallahi.
Prove it. Well, good. Get it on film. You're the liar. You're the liar.
You got one
I
guy
don't
here
care
that
who your evidence is. Have you got it on film? Have you got it all on tape? Who cares what this man says? He's on tape lying all the time. But a white man.
You didn't say it.
He supports
say
a white man.
wallahi. You didn't say it. Say
what do I have to say? What do I have to say then? Why? Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. He's got no proof. He's just all mouth. All mouth.
I got evidence here. You heard it, right? You heard him say it.
Melanated.
You saw it. Yeah. All right. We got one.
You're a melanated fool. Look at this adaptive melanin.
I'm a melanated fool.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's not racism, no?
You can't take it. Oh, no, it's racist because I said, listen, all he bangs on about is colour. Oh, we've been depressed. You're a
snowflake.
You're such a
snowflake.
Oh, you're a coconut.
You're a snowflake.
So what? You're a coconut. You're a coconut. You're a coconut. Is it racist calling me a snowflake? Calling me a cracker? You're a walking contradiction, mate. You're a coconut.
When I
So
say
what?
snowflake, I mean you're emotional. You got.
Look at the emotional one. Look at him. Look.
That's it.
Well, that got out of hand a little bit.
That went to 0 to 60 real quick.
He just popped up out of nowhere.
All these snowflakes with emotional feelings.
So on a good note.
Yeah, on a good note.
We all agree. I agree with you.
On a good note.
It's important.
Can't argue with the facts.
It's important for people, like you say, it's important for people to work together as long as it doesn't, as long as you haven't got
no hate.
You're not harming other people.
That harm other people. No, I ain't got time for
It's almost like family. You're looking out for your children, your uncles, your nephews. You're employing them first before you do with anybody.
And everyone does it anyway. So I'm not reinventing the wheel. Like, you know what I mean? The wheel already exists.
It's just people don't like it when we do it.
It seems like it's a problem when black people say they don't want to do it, when everyone else does it.
I personally don't think there's enough people getting to that level of having that argument.
That's why I'm here.
It seems like a bit abnormal.
That's why I'm here.
That's what I think.
That's why I'm here.
The consequences.
I want to build Wakanda 2.0. That's why I'm here.
The consequences of that are massive. People are scared of that.
That's why I'm here, literally, to build Wakanda 2.0. Europe's already built up. Abu Dhabi and Dubai's getting all built up. All this kind of shit. Why can't we build Wakanda?
It's being built up, man. It needs to be built up by us. It needs to be controlled by us.
Would you, if that offer was on the table, would you be the first one to volunteer to go back to Africa?
I'm going back. What are you talking about? Am I? I'm already going back.
No, I know you're going back for work and stuff, but like,
no, I'm actually going back to repatriate.
If you say, give me a British passport, go back to Africa, here's £2 million, go and build your land or whatever for you.
100%.
Yeah, you would.
100%, of course. You give me $2 million to go back to Africa, I'll be there. I'll be there before you finish the sentence.
Where all the economics is starting to grow, it's growing, man.
You know what I'm saying? Show me the $2 million, I'm gone, son. I'm gone.
Africa's a good place to be in, man. People need to put the money where their mouth is.
Are you serious about that question? You've been actually serious with that?
We're going for free anyway. Nobody wants to be here.
I asked him, if I take your British passport off you, okay, which I don't know if you know, there's a lot of value in that passport.
Yeah.
If I take your passport
a lot of value in 2 million
send
too.
you back to Africa.
How do you say a lot of value in 2 million, bro?
Maybe 2 million was a bit too much.
No, you said 2 million. That's a price. We're not changing. Oh, sorry, bro. 2 million.
For him to go build a new life from scratch, I don't think it's a lot. 2 million, to be honest.
I can choose a country in Africa.
But that's his love of Africa. That's where he wants to go. If I went and asked other people, they might say no.
I don't even need the 2 million. I'm already going.
See that? That's an intellectual choice.
I don't even need the 2 million.
Anyone 2 mil,
To go back to Africa, because a white man probably did.
The Japanese man were like, all right, I'll take the 2 girls. Fuck it, I will.
It's an intellectual choice to do.
I know. So, what's your point? I'm not saying.
No, I'll let you lose. I got a roll in. You're talk.
I'm just saying this is.
Come on, cameraman. Come
You're
on.
going to be frightened to say no to that.
Hey?
No matter who you are, you'll be frightened.
Come on then.
Anybody who says no to that, you're going to be
You don't want to
frightened.
associate with me. What the fuck does that mean?
Can't take away everything from your humanity.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
Different treatment.
So to make it easier, is it possible you can say what you're going to prove and then prove it?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Which argument you're going to prove?
The government has lately decided that this is a nation state. Can you explain this for us? If you don't know, say I don't know.
That's all I know. I've heard about it, but I don't know more than that.
Now, for the Palestinians who are Muslims or Christians living there, if their country is telling them this is a Jewish country, how are you going to be